was just calling me, please, can you find a way to see this person? Of course, I really don't know the person physically, but in TV, we have this bond, which is this strong bond of love of Christ between every one of us. So, but I wasn't moved to go at that moment. On Saturday, I did not go. I didn't even remember on Monday, but they kept, but I was actually very busy. But somehow that I was not moved to go, actually, to be sincere. So on Tuesday, I was in my son's school for a PTF meeting, and suddenly messages started coming in again. Ma, please. I said I have tried, which is true. I tried the husband's number. They was not picking. Both of them did not pick. So I just left it that, well, with time, everything will get sorted. But immediately on Tuesday, I became there was this unrest for me. I wasn't comfortable at that moment in that meeting. My son was beside me. I'm like, I'm leaving. Please, I have to go check this person. Not knowing that the hospital is even one of the hospitals that is in my, jurisdiction. I'm somewhere very close to me. I'd worked there before. So on getting there, I saw the husband. What's happening? It was like, they've told him to go and buy oxygen. He has bought oxygen, but he does not know what the issue is. I just walked in to the labor room, introduced myself as the chairman and all that, looked for the matron, and I'm like, what's the situation? I saw her actually on oxygen, but I wasn't afraid. I don't know. I saw her, everything in labor and all of that. I got the information that she's been on, since Saturday, but because she's a primate, it has been slow. But at that moment when I got there, they were like, I got there around 4:30 or 4:35, thereabouts, that she was 9 cm as at, I think, 2 or 3 p.m. and she did not progress. So at that point, I'm like, okay, God is here now and is going to do wonders. What do you want us to do? Are you planning CS for her and all of that? So immediately a nurse that I was talking to the matron, but a junior nurse with her, checked her. At that moment, it was like, the pulse, everything is getting low. And the matron quickly rushed. At that point, too, I'd called the person that is in charge of everyone there and some other doctors that I know. So at that point, that nurse ran out to go look for a doctor. Another doctor came through, they checked, and okay, I'm like, what do we do? Let us know. And at that point, of course, the husband was already fidgeting and all of that. And I told him, don't worry, just relax. Our own is just to pray and know that God is going to intervene. If it will be CS, God will intervene. But if it won't be CS, between that moment of preparation for the surgery, she will put to bed. Just don't worry. So they told me to get her blood and all of that. I went to my department to tell them, just reserve something for her. And so I just don't want anything to just go wrong in case I go home. So as I was going, before I left, we prayed. I tried calling some CPG members, some responded and all of that. So we prayed and I'm like, no wahala. So I left her and she was still on oxygen. The pain was much normal like that. So I spoke with the other doctor that came in. What do you want us to do? It was like, we just still want to give her small time, even though they had, they were preparing another person before her that would go for surgery. So they couldn't maybe do the two together. So they are like, let us see. At that point, I'm like, don't worry. The husband was still afraid. Please, it's taking too much time since Saturday. I said, don't worry. Immediately I got home like this. The husband just picked the phone, called me and like, OTB Mofure, as in she has put to bed on her by herself on her own. So I want to give God all the glory. And secondly, I have another renewed rose. Glory. I have another renewed rose too that had to go for surgery 2 times, major surgery within 2 months consecutively. It was a major issue too. And we've been on this since maybe late last year. And to God be the glory. All the surgeries for her has been so successful. So all of this I want to give, because it's been challenging, so like, you have to be this, you have to do this, people calling me. But I just felt this is not for me. It's just about God, and God is in control, and God alone is taking all the glory. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again.
Great.
Thank you so much, Ma. God be praised. Thank God for the safe delivery. Thank God. The Lord is gracious and kind. And we pray that God will continue to take our women safe delivery in the mighty name of Jesus. No complications, nothing will be lost in the mighty name of Jesus. That's our beautiful head of Roses. And I can assure you that every Roses here, they really have that opportunity to work, to be under. And I also love that if you are not among the Roses, you should ensure that you join them. God bless you, ma'am. Thank you so much for it. All right. Now, we'll be moving to the next agenda, which is our affirmation. And I'll be calling on Mr. Jeremiah Olubanjo for this. Right? Minutes, let me share it. Hello, Mr. Jeremiah.
If he's not there, I'd like to take it. I hope that is okay.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. I'd like also to kindly unmute our microphones. Good evening, sirs. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. The Bible says, by your words you are condemned, by your words you're justified. So these words, you speak them like you know they carry power, because they obviously do. So you say after me, I do not advance by my own strength.
I do not
advance by my own strength.
God's grace carries me.
God's
grace carries me.
Every obstacle bows before me.
Every
obstacle bows
before me.
Now we're going to do it one more time before we shout glory. I'd like you to please stand up like a king. A king makes decrees. You stand up and you make decrees. 1, 2, go. We're ready to all together. 1, 2, go. I do not advance by my own strength. God's grace carries me. Every obstacle bows before me in the name of Jesus.
In Jesus' name.
Glory. Glory be to God. In case you are new, that's our convener. Thank you so much, sir. It's amazing to have you lead us in the affirmation. Well, right now, we'll be going to the next on our agenda, which is the book review. And there is the write-up sent the group yesterday and this morning. So I would like to call on Miss Annabelle Opakubi, the wonderful regional leader for Ibadan Region 1, to take us through this moment. Hello, Miss Annabelle.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeremiah. Thank you for the opportunity. I greet especially our convener, Mr. Tolu Oluwo, and I greet all the CSCs, GCs members. Thank you for this great opportunity. Okay, so we want to review the book that was sent to us during this week by our dearest convener's wife, Mrs. Tolu Har Oluwo. I want to believe we all have read it. We saw it, right? We all have read it because it's very direct. Yes, Temple of the Self. So you know that the Bible said that that our body is the temple of God, right? But sometimes we act like we are forgotten, Wabi. So because our mama loves us so much, so she tried to remind us, yeah, by letting us understand that what we take, what you eat, clearly is who you are. So staying healthy is very, very paramount. It should be a priority for us. And also that we should be mindful of the things that we take. You understand? Because sometimes we seems to want to see it from the angle of I just want my tummy to be filled. I just want to be full. And then we take things that get us full, not what keeps us healthy. So she's trying to tell us by this, saying that we should eat healthy, eat things that keeps you healthy. It's not by the quantity, but the quality of the quality of the nutrients in the food, the intake. I'm sure everybody have access to this short book. We all, it's posted in the main group, and it's also posted in each of our region. Please, if you've not read it, please try to take your time. It's very simple, direct, and deep. Just take your time and read it. There are lots of um classes of list of healthy foods that we can eat, and the healthy one. I don't know if can I just have two persons just tell me just tell me two lists of the healthy food that we can take by the book here. Let me call Mr. Adetayo. Mr. Adetayo, kindly unmute and just tell us two healthy food that we can take. Just two, quickly, please.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma.
Good evening,
Um,
sir.
the first one that I take very well, and it's not something that everybody used to think about, is chicken breast. Chicken
Correct.
breast. And the second one, it has skipped my mind, but I know that chicken breast very well. It's not like all the part of the chicken. Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, that's good. That's true. Yes, chicken breast is very healthy. It does not has a high it does not have a bad cholesterol. So it's not all cholesterol that are bad. Okay. Can somebody tell me two other unhealthy food by the author here? Let me call on Miss Bamishe. Miss Bamishe, kindly unmute.
All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My
Good
name is
evening.
Bamishu from Ibadan Region 1. So for me, it's beans and whole grain bread. Bread with wheat, I suppose.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, these are correct. Like I said, if we go back to the book, we will see all of these, and our dearest Mrs. Simisaji has even helped us to post it. I think I saw it in the chat room. So it's something you can just go back to it. Here you understand, because it's a different thing to say to fight to still to fight to stay LD, to start staying LD. And it's a different thing to have program yourself, your system, teach your system to be healthy. You understand? So in the early hours of our lives, which we still are right now, it is cheaper for us to stay healthy, to live healthy, to live an unhealthy life. You understand? To eat healthy. You get, so that we can now then enjoy more as we stay longer in life, as even as when we get to our old age. You understand? So there will be no restriction for things for you not to eat, because you have already you are used to it. You've positioned your system and your body to the healthy, a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. To the healthy lifestyle. You understand? So it's more expensive when you are not trying to say you want to like, okay, prevention is better than cure. Prevention is way cheaper, and cure is very way expensive. That's what I'm trying to say. You understand? So that we don't end up, okay, then having to now say, oh, I want to now stay LD after we were not mindful of the our health and the kind of intake what we have taken in the past, and it's more expensive by the time you now want to you now want to now program.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Please, your mic is muted.
Oh,
You have 1
sorry.
minute, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So what she's trying to tell us here in essence is that we should always have it in our mind to eat right and be conscious of the things that we take, the meal, much especially that we eat, because our body is the temple of God. It's not just by only what we wear that makes our body the temple of God, or okay, only praying and fasting. Also what we eat and as at when we eat them. And water is very essential too, most especially this period. Drink a whole lot of water. She said it there too. So thank you very much for this great opportunity. I'm so grateful and I'm not taking it for granted. All right.
Thank you so much, ma. God bless you. It's God bless.
Hooray!
Hooray! Sincerely, that was a very powerful review. That was a very powerful review. All right. And please, yes, let's try to read that write-up. You have it here. If you don't have it, you can ask anyone you know. It's in the global group chat, and I believe it's in your regional group also. So please review it. And this is our point of LD Place. There's a challenge we drop in the group. You have to walk around, check your phone. You see different there. I'm sure a lot of phone have this natural app on their phone. They have Strava, you have a pedometer, you have Google Fit. If you don't have them, you can download them. Let's try to walk around, eat healthy. You see, there are list of healthy food, right? We are given in that write-up. And there are list of also unhealthy food. Yes, these are amounts of healthy place, and we are doing everything to be healthy, both physically, spiritually, and mentally. All right, we are going to our guest speaker section. And if you look at the topic, it's a really great topic, right? Thriving in the midst of chaos, daily habits for loving yourself and managing your stress. So please, before we begin, remember, invite your friends, send them message, remind them, let them join in now. Everybody needs this topic. So please, let's do that quickly. Wow. I got the news that we have our guest in right now. Let us unmute our mic and welcome our guests.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Good
You're
evening,
very
ma.
much
You're
welcome,
welcome.
ma'am.
You're welcome.
Evening, ma. You're welcome,
You're
ma.
welcome, man.
Good
You're welcome,
evening, ma.
ma. Good evening, ma. You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much for the opportunity for being here. So before our guests come up, I would like to read our profile. All right. Ifedolapo Adelusi is a trained counseling psychologist with over 5 years of professional experience, passionate about healing, personal growth, empowerment, and purposeful living. She is committed to providing a safe, supportive, and confident space where individuals, couple, and family can explore challenges, gain clarity, build emotional strength, and experience lasting transformation. Our approach is compassionate, client-centered, and tailored to meet each client's unique needs. Our area of support includes mental health and emotional wellness, marriage and family life, self-discovery, and purpose development. She works by meeting clients where they are, addressing root concern rather than symptoms alone, and working alongside them towards resilience, balance, and meaningful purpose. She holds a qualification in counseling, psychology, in counseling psychology from the University of Ibadan, and additional professional certifications for Sure Hope Counseling Clinic, Ibadan, in marriage and family life and psychoanalysis and mental health therapy procedures. She is also certified in marriage and family therapy by the Institute of Family Life Interventions and Human Development. She is married and blessed with a son. Power family, let us welcome our guests powerfully. Good evening, sir. Ma, you are welcome, ma.
Good evening, Ma. You're welcome, Ma.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Good evening, ma'am. You're welcome, ma'am.
I've been having a little technical issues, but it's getting resolved. Thank you so much for having me. I really want to appreciate the leadership of this great house. Thank you for, for this opportunity. I'm really grateful. So moving very fast so that we don't waste our time. My name is Ifedola Kwadilisi, like I said. He has done well with the profile. Mr. Ayodele, thank you so much. I celebrate you. So we're looking at healthy tips for mental well-being, thriving in the midst of chaos, daily habits for loving yourself and managing stress. So let me start with a quick question. I'm sorry that I'm not showing my face. I hope I will show it before the end of the meeting. I like to connect with my audience via video, but I'm a little bit under the weather, so I don't want you to see that face. I don't want you to see that face. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Loud and
ma.
clear,
Yes,
Ma.
ma'am.
Yes, Ma.
All
We
right.
are fully with you. Audio or video, we are fully with you, ma'am.
I like this
I'm
vibes. I like this
lovely.
vibes of this. So let me start with a quick question. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life demand from yourself, work, family, finances, responsibilities? So I'd like to get our response. Have we ever felt like that?
Yes, ma.
Yes,
ma'am, we
Ma.
have.
Let me see if I
We
can
have.
share my screen with you so that you can follow this. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see how to share my screen with you so that we can be on the same page. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma. Perfect.
Yes,
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 ma.
ma'am.
Your screen, ma'am.
Yes,
Clearly.
All right. Thank you
Yes, ma'am.
much. So the question I just asked, can we answer? Have we felt overwhelmed at one point in time or the other?
Yes, ma'am, we
Yes,
have, ma'am.
Ma.
Yes, ma'am.
We have, Ma.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so who is first? What has made you felt overwhelmed in the last 1 week? Work, family, finances, responsibilities. Which of them?
Responsibility, ma'am.
That's
Responsibilities.
Work.
Responsibilities.
okay. So example is relationship that is stressing them. Some is work. Yes. So as adults, we just wake up tired sometimes. By the time you wake up, your messages are full, bills, children's school fees, and then your head is banging. Like, when did I pay the last school fee? When you're outside, they say, sorry, I'll be using I'll be using you as an example this next. You say, Trevin, what's happening? That your fine face, you just say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Inside you are not really fine, but you just package it with smile. You are not alone. I'm not targeting you. It's because you are the one I know. I'm trying to connect with you. Do you understand?
No problem, ma'am. Right on, ma'am.
Okay. So according to WHO, stress and mental health challenges affect a large number of adults worldwide, especially those that are balancing a lot of family, responsibilities. There are some people that family will stress them. Personal, I was at work one day, and then I went to use the restroom, and I saw a lady crying. She was crying. So I could not leave her there. So I was knocking. I knocked. She didn't want to answer. I waited there till she opened the door. And when she came outside, I was like, what's the problem? So I took her to the office, have your seat. What exactly? Why are you crying? She, you know, when somebody is crying, look at your heart want to come out of your chest. Those kind of cry. An adult was crying that way. And she said she's tired. She's overwhelmed. She's a copper, and she's carrying the responsibility of all her siblings and her mother. Since her father died, the responsibility shifted on her. So even when it's not convenient for her, she still shows up for the family. How much is copper salary? And when she was working, how much were they giving her? And then she was paying a lot of debt. So we had to sit down and begin to discuss, okay, what is your mommy doing? Your siblings, what are they doing? No matter how small, they should also be contributing. There should be a structure. Like, okay, every month I'm giving 50K. If you finish 50K within that month, don't call me till the next month. Have a plan. So we had to do all of those things together, call a family meeting. Because I told her that if anything happens to you today and you die, those people, they will live their life. They will find another source. One is a tailor, one is working in a supermarket. Why can't they support the family? Why your mommy that said she took the call of God, why can't she trust God to supply the needs and put that body on just a 25-year-old girl? And because she was just a wonderful girl, some other girls would have done something that is outrageous. And so that was how she was rescued. And unfortunately for her that day also, the goods that she was expecting, the person disappointed her. So she just, you know, that point where you just feel like everything has ended for you. But she was better after our discussion. The truth is that life can sometimes feel chaotic. And thriving does not mean that it will be perfect. We just need to learn how to care for our mind, manage stress, build daily habits that will keep us mentally strong. And that is what we are exploring in today's talk. So let's start with, when is a person mentally ill? How will you know that this person, something is wrong with me? When the person does not feel good or confident about themselves, when they find it difficult to cope with daily challenges. So when you catch yourself in that space, most times some of us might not even know that we're already in that space. And that is why we have to surround ourselves with good people. We are getting there. So some people might be the one to point it to you that something is wrong. I have an elderly friend. When I say elderly friend, he's close to his 50s. I just noticed he wasn't dressing well. His hair was very rough. That's even the height of it. When the mental illness is already affecting your physical look, you don't care. I don't know anybody. Nobody knows me. You just dress anyhow. So I had to meet him. What's happening? I noticed the way you're dressing these days is not you. So that's when I began to talk about the marriage challenges that I had. So we're able to resolve it to a point, though it's not something I could resolve, because when it comes to conflict resolution, both parties must be willing to make adjustment. And once one party is not willing, you are standing on your point. There's nothing that the therapist or the counselor can do. Because when it comes to conflict, both parties contributed to it one way or the other. So I could not do much with the marriage because the other party was not willing to make adjustment. So that's on the other side. For me, let me use my personal example. When I put to bed, I had so much expectation about childbirth. That was my first baby. That time when you feel like you have prayed. I feel like I have prayed that nothing can happen. We are now translated into the kingdom of light. We are not going to have pain. All the confession, all the everything. So I had so much belief in it that no, I'm not going to feel pain. I'll just give birth. When I got there, and it wasn't like what I expected. Even though after the scenario, I had to be grateful to God. But at that spot, I felt like God left me. God disappointed me. After all the prayers, after all the confession, while people were telling me that your labor was short, you should be grateful. Me, I was feeling like, no, I should not even feel any pain at all. No, I know the way they tell us first newborns, as if the baby will just appear beside you. When I went through the process, anybody that I see that, I will tell you, it could be painful. Prepare your mind. So if I'm going in for another one, I'll prepare my mind that okay, but I still want to believe that God can still make it happen that someone will not feel pain. I don't want to believe that everybody has to feel pain, but I don't know how God is going to answer that my prayer. But what I'm trying to say is that I came back home angry. The first few weeks when I saw my baby, I wasn't happy with I was not connecting with my baby. I just used to look at him like someone that stressed me. Unknowingly for me, I was already getting into postpartum depression. Everybody that I see, I was sad. Anything anybody is doing around me, I don't care. I just wake up, I just sleep, I breastfeed, I just stay on my own. I have a doctor friend, so he was now talking with me that he came to visit with his wife. So as he was encouraging me, I told him the way I felt, that this is the way I felt. I felt like God disappointed me. So he was now beginning to explain to me that he was thinking that my labor would be 17 hours. It was like, he said most times the first time is always close to 17 hours. He said he was expecting me not to give birth on that day. I gave birth 11:38 p.m. the day I gave birth. So he said when he left the hospital, because he came to check on me, he felt like I wouldn't have given birth maybe till the next day. So when we called that we have delivered, he was surprised because he was hoping to come back to the hospital and stay with me. So at that point, when did I switch to gratitude? I've not yet switched to gratitude at that point. With all the talk that he did that day, it affected how I was looking. My husband is not always around; he travels, and there was a point in time my husband had to travel for work. I was the only one at home. I just wake up and dress to church. I don't even iron the clothes sometimes. So even as your therapist or counselor, we are still humans. The same natural reactions they happen to us. The only thing that could be different with both of us is that most times we are aware of what the problem is and how to go out of it. But sometimes we just choose to just stay in that space that we are angry with God. I went to church that day. My friend just came. My friend just came to meet me. She told me, "You are not going back to that your house." Mopo Sherry? Paulo Sherry bye. She just came to my house, pack on my load, pack the baby's load. She said, my husband comes back, I am not going back to the house. I stayed with her for a month, and after that time, my mind began to, the process in my mind. I began to think about everything, calm down, pray. There was a message my pastor preached that changed. I can't remember, but something just switched for me, and I just began to be grateful. I just thought of gratitude. Because some people went through that process and died. Okay, I had tears when they were showing me. Sorry, I'm saying story. I just want it to be very relatable. That these mental health issues, you might not know when you slip into it. That's why it's good to have an idea of what are the symptoms that you see, as some other things that we'll talk about. So I was complaining that see some people, the way they are working, they're already working fast. Me, I'm still working somehow. I was complaining to my husband. My husband said, stop comparing yourself with anybody. You don't know what they are going through in their house. You just see them show up like they are Jagaban outside. So because you only know your own sense, when you see them walking on the streets, you see the person is carrying this pregnancy gracefully. After the pregnancy, the way the person might also be packaging this his or herself outside. So why kill yourself over comparison? By the time we went for immunization one time, and then one of the person that I was looking at, I like the way this person is. She was sharing her story. She told me that, do I know that since the day she gave birth, she had found it difficult to use the toilet? Meanwhile, I'm seeing her walking like there was nothing, because they seal her private part to her anus area, so she had difficulty using the toilet. Meanwhile, I'm here. Just the little stitch I didn't allow them to stitch that is giving me a little issue. The others were already done. It's just that little place. I was like, leave me. I was scared. That's the point. That's the place that took 1 month to heal, and I was complaining instead of me to be grateful. So I switched to gratitude. So the point of saying this thing is that we should catch ourselves, or have people around us that can catch us. So when is a person mentally healed? Find it difficult to cope with daily life challenges. That's why I said the example of the person that dressed anyhow just began to have issues. I had difficulty controlling thoughts or emotions. I had a lot of thoughts running in my own head. How God was not good to me. How God was, after all my prayers and fasting and declaration and confession, react inappropriately to people or situation. I had somebody around me last year. The person also had postpartum depression. But the way the person responded, she talks to everybody anyhow. It began to affect her children. Her children were like also wondering like, what is wrong with our mommy? But she did not even know that was the issue, because after her delivery, she did not rest. She just got up again, started all the business and everything, moving around. And at the end of the day, it was beginning to tell on her health. And then she was already reacting harshly to people without knowing it. It took a lot of prayers, especially when you have elderly people. There's some things you cannot tell them. Talking to people that can talk to them, that please, this person, something is wrong with this person. Can you help? I don't have that capacity to say such a thing. So experiencing persistent emotional distress that affect normal functioning and meaningfulness. So that is how you know that somebody is mentally ill. So how will you know you're mentally well? It's more like the opposite. You feel good about yourself, can cope with everyday challenges and stress, because stress is part of life. We can't remove stress. We're only just going to be managing it. It's part of life. We are able to work productively and make meaningful contribution, maintain a healthy relationship with others, can manage our emotions and thoughts and behavior appropriately. Because our emotions are not something that we can control when it will come, but we can, let me use the right word. I mean that our emotions, they are normal. We are emotional beings, but there is a way we can manage it. So, and everybody has a time when you might want to trip off one way or the other. But I tell people around me, majorly teenagers, I tell them that when a bird is flying, you can't stop a bird from flying around. But if the bird comes to start making its nest in front of your house or perches on you, will you leave it? No. You're going to send it packing. That's just the way our emotions are, our thought pattern are. So by the time we're seeing negative thoughts, negative patterns, we don't allow it to stay. But we cannot control them for coming. They will come. It's what you now do with them that matters. Will you take it in, and just the way I took in all of those thoughts that God wasn't good to me, God disappointed me, I was romancing it. I was romancing all the thoughts. I was there instead of me to be grateful. So, important note, mental illness is not a sign of weakness. It's just a pointer. It's telling you a signal that there's something wrong with you. There's something that you have to do. And there are many factors that could cause it. Some of the causes of mental illness are problematic family background. When you grow up in a family where there's neglect, there's abuse, there's abandonment, all these things are big matters for children they grow up. When you are a parent and you abandon your children when you're young, you want to enjoy life, you just put them with one auntie, one uncle. Once you have the opportunity to take care of your children, please do. You don't have to live in people's houses. If God blesses you and gives you the grace, because most of these children grow up and feel abandoned, and then they have attachment issues in relationship in adulthood. So by the time some of them might not want to get into relationship because they feel like this person will leave me also. Or if they get into the relationship by chance, they will always be clinging to the person. The person cannot go out. The person cannot do this. They will be following the person all around, making calls all around. Trauma. It's trauma that is disturbing that person. And it's already to begin to affect the relationship and in turn affect their minds. The other one is traumatic life experience. I've mentioned this, serious accidents, maybe war, violence, and all of that. They can cause mental health issues. That's even disappointment. Maybe you want to travel out and then your visa was not approved. All of those things can affect our mind. And one thing with mental illness is that they finally affect our bodies. Because by the time you are worried, you are down, your cortisol level increases. That's the stress hormone. And then when the stress hormone is increasing and pumping so much, it's going to affect the heart. So in short, research has proven that let me not say every because it's just a research. Most of the physical health challenges has its roots in mental health challenges. Let's say somebody that the marriage is having an issue, husband and wife having an issue, and then you become worried, you are down, you are not eating, you are thinking. Before you know it, you can have high blood pressure, and so on and so forth. Relationship problem, abusive marriages, divorce, family conflict, toxic relationship. Are we still together?
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I like the person I sending that message. I like that vibe, making me feel like you are following me. Thank you, ma. So financial problem. And this is, if you ask anybody what's their major source of mental health, they'll tell you financial problem, Nigeria and problem. Some people say, may Nigeria not happen to you. It's either positive or negative. Some people are in this Nigeria and they are doing well. So when you are saying, may Nigeria not happen to you, some people are saying, what do you mean? Say, we are making money. So it's just a matter of mindset, perspective. Perspective to life is very important. And so when we have financial problems and instability, it can lead to anxiety, depression, and emotional distress. So loss of loved ones, chronic stress from work, family responsibilities. Your work could be so stressful and you feel like some of us, we are workaholic, we want to do everything. We don't delegate. We get there, let me not rush. And some of us, it's not our fault. We have bosses that will give us that work. I've not gotten another job and we have to manage, but there's always a way around it. Health issues, unhealthy sexual experience with your partner. I don't believe that we have married people on this platform. So that could also lead to mental health issues. The guy is just like, or the lady like, why don't I marry? Hello, Shelley, what's happening? Lack of emotional support, and so on and so forth. So having said that, it's important for us to know that while we may not be able to control everything that happens to us, we can control how we care for ourselves. And the good news is that small intentional habits practiced consistently can protect our mental health. Simple things we do every day can help us love ourselves better and manage stress more effectively. I used to be someone that I don't know how to manage stress before. Once I'm stressed, don't even talk to me. I don't want to hear anything. If you're talking to me, I'll be looking at you, I'll be listening. But if I say you're not saying anything, you are not talking, you want me to talk by force, I can outburst. So, but over time, I've been able to manage that part of myself by communicating. So by the time you are talking to me, I'm tired right now, I'm stressed. Can we talk later? Or drop a message, I will attend to it later. So that's one of the ways I was able to manage, or I'm still using to manage mine. So daily habit and healthy tips for mental wellness. If you are following me, give a thumbs up, one smiley. I want to see how many people are still listening, or some people are already sleeping. I'm waiting. I have 69. Okay, 69 chat. Okay, somebody's smiling. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Only 2 people are here. Wow. Awesome. Every other person is sleeping.
It's all over on the screen, ma.
We are not sleeping now, please.
It's on the screen, ma. Not the comment only.
All right, someone is laughing. Bishop, thank you, sir. All right, so daily habits and healthy tips for mental wellness. Number 1, practice self-awareness. You need to understand yourself. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. Know your limitations. Know how your thought pattern is. If we don't take our time to know ourselves, that's where it begins. You will even know that something is wrong with you. A number of us knows everything happening in Nigeria. Right now, we know what is happening between Iran. We know what is happening in Israel. We know what is happening in USA. We don't know ourselves. So we need to take our time to sit down and know who we are. What are your likes, your dislikes? What gets you angry? What triggers you? What will people say to you that will make you feel sad? Your emotions. You should be able to know yourself so that when you are switching, you know. And knowing yourself helps you to maximize your strengths. Your weaknesses, it helps you to begin to work on it. Just like I told you that there was a point in time where I was unable to manage stress. And now I'm managing my stress better. Put it at the back of your mind that I'm also human, I'm an emotional being, irrespective of the fact that I'm a therapist or a counselor. Just like we have pastors, we have men of God. They are still men, even though they are men of God. So by the time you catch your pastor do 1 or 2 things, they'll be like, and they call himself a man of God. You heard man in the statement. And we all have weaknesses and strengths. We are only working towards perfection, making sure that our strength is more pronounced than our weaknesses. And that is what self-awareness does. When you are aware of yourself, you'll be able to maximize your strengths, work on your weaknesses. Then the ones that are your limitations, you hand it over to God. There are some things that we can't do anything about. No matter how we try, we hand those ones over to God. The next habit we should practice is identify stress. Know your stress triggers and sources. But if you are not aware of yourself, how do you want to identify it? How do you want to know it? So now, triggers. Okay, now let me talk about sources. I'm angry right now. Let's say I'm angry. What made me angry? Shade made me angry. Shade is the source of my anger. What did she do that triggered my anger? She spoke to me rudely in the presence of my subordinates. You must be able to nail how you feel, nail your emotions. It's not in the slide. You must be able to nail, I feel this way. Your babe annoyed you. Sweetheart, I don't like what you did. I'm not happy with it. It's not just I don't like what you did. You're always most times we are always focusing on attacking our partner, not addressing the issue. I don't know why you're always talking like someone that don't have brain. The person will not listen to you. Whenever you talk like this, you make me feel this way. That's a better way. Source, you can resolve that issue. Exactly how we do in therapy. It's just that people don't take out time to. They are paying for what they cannot do because they can't sit down to ask themselves questions. When you come, we ask you questions. As you are talking, we're asking you questions. The essence of all the questions that we are asking you is to trace the source of the issue. I'm not just saying you are angry. Why are you angry? I'm not just saying you are overwhelmed. Why are you overwhelmed? It's work. What's part of the work? So if we can really sit down with ourselves and trace all of these things out, maybe counselors will not make plenty money from you. But we need your money. So the next one is choose healthy habits daily. Eat before you are hungry. Drink before you are thirsty. Exercise. Rest. Rest is a psychological necessity. It's not a luxury. It's not like you are not lazy because you are resting. And rest is not just sleep. You are taking a pause. Now sometimes that, especially if you have the opportunity, you are the one that owns your establishment, you can start at least today. I want to take a day off. Because if anything happens to you, your business will thrive or close down, one of the two. People will live their lives. So you must choose yourself first. So when I'm saying choose yourself first, we're not saying be selfish. I'm just saying that even the Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. As yourself. Though there's a place in the Bible that Jesus said love your neighbor as Christ love you. That one will grow into it. We will grow into it. That's the part I want to grow into. As Christ loved us, irrespective of how we feel, irrespective of what is happening to us. Jesus, when he came to die for us, we were not perfect. In short, the babies that are born tomorrow, he has died for them. So, as Christ love us is a higher calling. However, let's start from somewhere. As we love ourselves. Choose supportive friends or build supportive friends. Develop a positive mindset. Everything starts from the mind. Your Bible says, as man thinks in his heart, so he is. Those are things that can help you. If you're always thinking that, I ain't shaming, the devil is after my life, you will not be able to sleep. You have to have a positive mindset. Okay, if that thought comes to your mind, okay, yes, I'm not ignorant of the devil's devices. I know that the devil exists. However, the promises of God supersede. And then you begin to declare the promises of God. It's not that we're saying ignore the devil. They exist, though. They are real. But God is more powerful than them. So you have to have a wonderful mindset. So manage and reduce stress. Like I said earlier, some of us want to do everything. Some of us will have washing machine. You know, washing machine. My parents, they have washing machine in their house. They're not using it. Sometimes I wonder, like, why are you stressing yourself? The washing machine is even automatic. It's not the one that you have to bring it out, do all the paparazzi. Once you just put the cloth, it will wash it, it rinses it, and you are not using it because you feel like, oh my geno. The prepaid me that way is Fuck everything. You know, for you to rest and reduce stress, that is that money can do for you. And the ones that money cannot do, relationship can do for you. That's why you have to build supportive friends. Be nice to people. Some of you can't send people your neighborhood message because you're always frowning on the streets. Nobody can say, Auntie Joshua, let me help you to do this. You're not feeling too well. Can I come and help you to wash? Nobody can do that because you're always frowning. So you have to build your interpersonal relationship with people to enjoy that gift of men. So what money can do for you, and God provides the resources. Don't be a hard man or hard woman. Don't be a jagaban, because you will grow old fast. If you don't grow old fast, some people might even die in the process. Prioritize self-love and self-care. Funny enough, most of the washing machine don't consume. Me, I don't used to suffer myself. If you don't have the resources, that's fine. But if you have, in short, even before you have the washing machine, you can call all this here. There's some mama that will wash for you 3,000 naira. They will wash a heap of clothes. Even all those mama to need rest, they're also doing stress. However, that's their means of livelihood. For me, I used to encourage them all those times that I used to use them once in a while. I'll tell them, you don't have to work every Saturday. You don't have to take plenty jobs on a Saturday so that you will rest your back pain. So I don't just use them, I also encourage them to also work on stress. Seek support when needed. You don't have to do it alone. Don't feel like my life is private. I don't want anybody to know about it. There must be a trusted person around you. And if you feel like I can't trust anybody, you can speak to a counselor. A counselor does not know you. And even if I know you, when you are at my front, I don't know you again. We're starting afresh. I'm asking you questions like I just met you. I'm not relating it to anything that you have told me before. Because counseling is not just experience. There are principles that we follow. So those are the few tips that can help us to daily develop habits to be mentally stable. So I'd like to hear from you. Reflection. What triggers your stress most? What habits can you improve? What habit can improve your well-being this week or going forward? Let's say going forward. So I would like one or two people to say one or two things on this, on the subject of discussion, what you learned, and answering this question. What triggers your stress most? And what habits can you improve on going forward? So the floor is open.
Thank you so much. Right, I have seen hand up already. Okay. Mr. Ayodele, you can go on, sir.
Thank you very much, Ma, for that powerful section. And I want to thank our convener too for giving us the opportunity to be online and to hold this section. For me, this I never thought it deep to this point. That you said most health challenges are rooted in mental health. Now, for me, I've been stressed. I've been work stressed since the beginning of January, and I've been treating this cough for a long time. But the cough is not going. So, Dr. Caleb, a friend of mine, just said, "Go and rest." And coming again to the meeting tonight and hearing it again from our counselor that rest is very important. So,
confirmation from the Holy Spirit.
It's a psychological necessity. You can't do everything by yourself. Delegate. So for me, I'm taking that from this meeting. I'm holding it with my two hands and grabbing it that, this week, I must rest. Life will go on.
Yeah.
If everything crumbles. So thank you
You'll
very
go
much
on.
for that powerful section, man.
Thank you, sir. Somebody is saying, speaking up, let me read it. Speaking up is what I don't feel safe doing. I feel like I'm weak and I shoulder it inside. I should improve in this area. Or phlegmatic. They are the ones that interact emotion. So every temperament has its strength and weaknesses. So the weakness of that temperament, we can work on it. So you can sign up for counseling section through the permission of our convener so that we can work on that together. Speaking up is saving, like it's saving. In short, if somebody said, "Are you fine?" Even with your last energy, you will use to say, "I'm not fine." Please do. And I pray you meet a sensitive person that will pick that word. Me, you don't even need to tell me. Once I see your face, in short, people will be like, "Can't I just be normal around you?" You can't be normal. You can't just be dull. Something, you can't just be quiet. Your face cannot just, I will be asking you questions. Are you okay? What happened? Kilo shele. Are you sure? You know, I have one person that gets irritated by that. She feels like I'm clouding her too much. However, that's just my personality, how I'm wired, maybe because of my assignment. So if you are around me, even my husband, if you just change his face like this, sweetheart, what happened to you? You say, "I'm okay." Why is your face now dull? Your face cannot just be dull. I think there's a way that your face will not smile, and you are not laughing and you're not frowning. You're just okay. So if you're not in that space, I don't feel comfortable. So please, even me myself, when I'm at a point where I feel like I'm breaking out, at times I just feel like I don't want to talk to anybody. Social media is stress. What makes me show up on social media is always because of the commitment I have at work and church. That's what, if you leave it to me, there are times I want to go off 1 week. Nobody should talk to me. No, I don't want to see posts. I just want to rest. Because you end up scrolling. You will see that you want to look for one particular thing. You have scrolled 30 minutes doing nothing. And then your mind is stressed. Then that's when you will see one person that you went to secondary school together, that she has bought 10 cars, and you just have only one, and you don't even know what the person is going through. So God is going to help us. Any other contribution? What stresses us most? I think my time is up or almost up. Social media pressure. I just spoke about social media pressure. You have to be intentional. The Bible says, guide your heart with all diligence. You have to guide your heart. You choose what to see. I'm a very imaginative person. So I don't just listen to anything or watch anything. Once you flip and it look like danger sign. So when you practice it daily every time, unconsciously you will just see that those things will just happen. Unconsciously, there's some things I cannot listen to. I can't. No matter how, let everybody be saying it, let it be trendy. You will not see me post it. You will not see me. I don't even like to post bad news. I don't join them to post bad news. If I do, maybe that day I feel like the person will feel like I don't care. Even though you're not meant to care what anybody is saying sometimes, but sometimes you just have to be flexible. But I'm not someone that naturally wants to follow the trend. I do things because I know I want to do it, not because everybody is doing it. Like this program they usually have when we are working usually come. But are you not going? Are you not going? I say, I'm not going. I don't have any problem with the man. I'm not angry with the man, but I can't do that stress. I can't do it. I will have to stand all those. I know God is moving. When I'm here, I can follow online and worship the Lord. So, but crowd, they will not make you feel like for not going, you are not born again, or there's something wrong with you. No, you can't make me feel that way. I'm not just wanting to. If I want to go, I should go because I'm led, or I felt like I need to be there, not because what people will say. That way, you are already giving yourself mental issues. You'll be frustrated. Trying to be people pleasers, you'll be frustrated. I need to learn how to delegate. Cholerics, they don't like to delegate. Or melancholy to like something that is perfect. Choleric, why they will not delegate is that they want to do it fast. They are too slow. They are go-getters. So all of this, we will first get to know ourselves. What is our temperament? We can read about the 4 temperaments. And we can also take personality tests so that you understand why you are behaving the way you are behaving. That's part of practicing self-awareness. That way, you can now begin to resolve your challenges from there. I need to recognize my stress source and express. You have to sit down and do the work, or you pay for counseling section. We'll recognize it together. So I'm here for you. Any other comments before I end this section? I really like this group. You guys are vibing. For people that are go-getters and perfect beings, how will such a person deal? Okay, deal with what? You deal with that go-getter aspect. When you know that you can, your life is not forever on this earth. You will love yourself. That's part of loving yourself. You know, delegating. I know it's a big challenge, but it's something, that's why we say there's personality adjustment therapy, where you are beginning to adjust to your weaknesses. Everybody, there's no temperament that does not have strengths and weaknesses. So everybody has it, including me. So we're working on ourselves daily. So that one, we can have a one-on-one session on that. Go, okay, perfect. Perfectionism is a trauma imprint. That's something else I want you to know. If you say you are perfect, perfect is okay. We want everything to be good. But if someone like the perfectionist, there's nothing that anybody does that is well. If they put a biro here, it has to shift. If they shift it, you know somebody has gotten here. If your children clean the house, you will still come and find sand under the carpet. You will just look for work to do. That's a trauma imprint. It means that when you were growing up, you know, there was no time to be yourself. You can't make mistake. You have to get it right. So that expectation is already there and it's manifesting like that in adulthood. So most of the problem, 70% of the problem we have right now in our marriages or in our adult life, it starts from our childhood. It's only 30% that is from influences around. So there's a lot of trauma imprints. When you say you're a perfectionist, I like everything, you're a perfectionist, there's something around it that is a problem. But if it's that you're a perfect person, people can make errors around you, you're okay with it, give them time to adjust. But once they make the mistake, it look like they've removed one bolt from your head. There's something wrong. So we need to pay attention to it so that you don't pass your trauma to your children. And then your children will grow up becoming like you. Then we will say that it's a generational problem. Some things are not generational problem. Some are psychological. Okay, I think I have to close now. If not, this chat room will just be going, and I like to keep to time. The time I was given, I think is let me I think it's 8:10 or so that I was given. Okay. So closing remark. A healthy mind helps you make better decisions, build better relationship or healthier relationship, and live a more fulfilling life. So I want to say a very big thank you to the convener of this program. I want to say thank you to everyone for participating, because you made me feel at home. You made it easy for me to be able to gel with you. I really want to say thank you. So this is our closing affirmation. I would like us to repeat it together. I deserve peace even during busy seasons.
I deserve
peace
peace
during
even
busy
during busy
seasons.
seasons.
I
Capable of
deserve
handling.
peace even.
I am capable of handling life
Handling life
challenges.
challenges.
I'm capable of handling life challenges.
Progress over perfection.
I choose progress
Over
over
perfection.
perfection.
My mind and emotion deserves care.
My
My
mind
mind
and
and
emotion
emotion
deserve
deserve
care.
care.
Hey,
What's for
hey,
this
you're
topic?
ready.
I don't know if anybody saw my
Thank you very much,
video.
ma'am. God bless you.
Thank you so much, man.
So much, man.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good one.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank you so much. All right, that was a very beautiful one from our counselor, Ife Dolapo Aladelusi. We really appreciate you. We thank you for this time. I sincerely, there's a lot of eye-opening from this session, and sincerely, it seems there will be more time for us to sit down and see a counselor. I would really recommend that, right? So we really want to meet with you, connect more with you, and I'm sure that everyone here was able to learn one or two things, and we understand how to thrive even in the midst of chaos. Once again, Ma, we want to really appreciate you, and I'm sure every member of the core group appreciates you. Thank you so much, Ma. Let us unmute our mic and let us thank our guest speaker.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so very much, mom.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Ma.
you.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you, ma'am.
I enjoyed myself.
Thank you so much, Ma, for those experience, as in starting from your own story. It was really, really great. And we really appreciate you. All right. Moving to the next agenda is our VVIP. Yes, and our VVIPs, our first timer. If you are here for the first time, you should raise your hand. You know how to raise your digital hand by clicking on reactions or more, then you raise your hand. I would like to call on our head of welfare, Mrs. Simisaji. Before she come up, I would like our guests want to appreciate you for this time, and we really, really thank you for this information. We don't take it for granted. So we know that you will want to leave. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, ma. All right, so first timer, Miss Misaji, over to you, ma.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. And once again, I would like to thank our speaker. Thank you so much, Ma, for the opportunity. But Ma, I would like to ask, how can we connect with you in case we want to reach out to you, your social media handles where we can connect with you, Ma?
Okay. Do you have a WhatsApp group? I can send it to Mr. Ayodele. But my name on Instagram is the Thriving Circle. Even on Facebook, the Thriving Circle, and I also have my personal account. Then I don't know. You can speak with Mr. Ayodele.
Okay, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. I'm sure it's going to drop it to us, Ma. Thank you so much for the timely lecture. We are so grateful. Okay, back to our VVVIP. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from all around the world. My name is Mrs. Simisaji Olumuyiwa. I'm the head of welfare and also the regional head of the Ibadan Royals. If you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly raise up your hand. So how do you raise up your hand? Very easy. Just go below your screen, click on more, you will see the raise up icon.